Denmark's decision to select the Franco-Italian SAMP/T air defense missile system over the American Patriot PAC-3 represents a striking development in European defense procurement, carrying far-reaching implications not only for Copenhagen but also for NATO, the United States, and Europe's defense industrial landscape. Announced on September 12, 2025, the choice effectively ended months of speculation over which long-range air defense platform would become the backbone of Denmark's evolving missile shield. By rejecting Washington's $8.5 billion foreign military sales package and instead opting for a European-developed system, Denmark has both signaled a strategic pivot and underscored the urgency of strengthening its defenses in an era defined by contested airspace. The SAMP/T, developed by the Eurosam consortium of MBDA and Thales, combines the Aster 30 interceptor with a rotating radar system that offers 360-degree coverage. This design provides a comprehensive defense against modern threats ranging from aircraft and cruise missiles to certain classes of ballistic missiles. The system is already operational with France and Italy and was recently ordered by Poland, making Denmark's procurement part of a broader European trend toward adopting indigenous missile defense solutions. By aligning with this network, Copenhagen not only secures critical defensive capabilities but also reinforces a pan-European approach to shared security challenges. The alternative on the table was the Patriot PAC-3 MSE, manufactured in the United States and widely regarded as one of the most advanced missile defense platforms available. The American offer was substantial, including dozens of interceptors and integration into the United States Army's new Integrated Battle Command System, IBCS. This package was seen as Washington's effort to bring Denmark into the same missile defense ecosystem that Poland, Germany, and Romania have already joined, thereby strengthening interoperability within NATO. However, Copenhagen's rejection of the deal represents a setback for American defense contractors and suggests that Washington's dominance in European arms sales is being tested. Several factors drove Denmark's final decision, many of which stem from the realities of modern warfare demonstrated most vividly in Ukraine. Danish Defense Minister Troels Lund Poulsen pointed to the lessons learned from Russia's extensive use of cruise missiles, drones, and ballistic systems against civilian and military targets. Protecting urban centers, power infrastructure, and critical supply routes from aerial attack has become an urgent priority. The SAMP/T's rotating radar, capable of detecting and tracking threats from all directions, was seen as particularly well suited to defending dispersed assets. Unlike the Patriot, which relies on sector-based phased array radars optimized for layered ballistic defense, the SAMP/T ensures uninterrupted 360-degree surveillance and engagement, a decisive factor for Denmark's planners. This technical distinction highlights the trade-offs Denmark weighed carefully during its evaluation process. The Patriot PAC-3 MSE interceptor has proven superiority in dealing with advanced ballistic threats, particularly high-speed re-entry vehicles, thanks to its hit-to-kill technology and extended altitude ceiling. However, its range against aerodynamic targets is around 60 kilometers, compared to the Aster 30's ability to intercept aircraft and cruise missiles at ranges up to 120 kilometers. While the Aster's ballistic engagement envelope is smaller, roughly 25 kilometers, its thrust vectoring control system offers exceptional maneuverability, allowing it to defeat agile threats during the terminal phase. In operational terms, this translates into a more versatile solution for defending against saturation attacks and complex aerial raids, which Copenhagen deemed more relevant to its national defense requirements. Beyond technical performance, the selection of SAMP/T reflects Denmark's broader strategic calculus. Europe's dependence on American military systems has long been a point of debate within NATO, particularly as the United States balances global commitments across multiple theaters. By choosing a European-developed system, Denmark is supporting the growth of the continent's defense industrial base, ensuring that key capabilities are sourced and sustained closer to home. This decision also ties Denmark more closely to partners such as France, Italy, and Poland, fostering a degree of European defense cooperation that may gradually reduce reliance on American systems. At the same time, it reinforces NATO's eastern defenses by contributing another interoperable layer to the alliance's collective air defense network. The political ramifications of the decision extend well beyond Denmark. For Washington, the rejection of the Patriot package represents not only the loss of a lucrative arms deal but also a symbolic blow to U.S. defense diplomacy. The deal would have been one of the most expensive arms purchases in Denmark's modern history, cementing decades of U.S.-Danish military cooperation. Its collapse may fuel congressional debate over how the United States should respond to the growing momentum of European defense autonomy. Critics in Washington could interpret Copenhagen's move as a sign that European allies are beginning to sideline U.S. technologies in favor of regional alternatives, raising questions about the future of transatlantic defense trade. For Denmark, however, the acquisition is less about rejecting American partnership than it is about pragmatism and urgency. The establishment of Denmark's air defense wing earlier in 2025 underscored the government's commitment to building a layered defensive architecture capable of shielding both civilian populations and military assets. The choice of SAMP/T provides a platform that can be deployed relatively quickly, integrated into Denmark's evolving force structure, and scaled in coordination with other European operators. By moving decisively, Copenhagen is addressing its immediate vulnerabilities while preparing for long-term strategic alignment with allies facing similar threats. The decision also reflects Denmark's dual-track approach to procurement. In mid-2025, Copenhagen acquired medium-range systems to provide an initial shield against aerial threats. The long-term objective is to field a comprehensive network of 8 systems across multiple ranges, creating a layered defense capable of countering everything from drones to ballistic missiles. Within this architecture, the SAMP/T will serve as the backbone of Denmark's long-range capability, providing not only national protection but also a contribution to NATO's collective defense posture in Northern Europe. By filling this role, Denmark enhances its credibility as a frontline contributor to alliance security. The strategic message is equally clear: Denmark is asserting that Europe must be capable of defending itself in the face of evolving threats. The war in Ukraine has shattered assumptions about the permanence of peace in Europe, and the proliferation of advanced missile and drone technologies has made national air defense a top priority across the continent. By opting for SAMP/T, Denmark joins a coalition of European states betting on shared technologies and industrial collaboration as the foundation for their security. This decision suggests that the future of European defense may rely less on imported American systems and more on continental cooperation. For NATO as a whole, the development is not necessarily a setback but rather an adaptation to the realities of alliance diversity. While some members such as Poland and Germany rely on Patriot systems, others like France, Italy, and now Denmark are investing in SAMP/T. Interoperability challenges will undoubtedly arise, but the alliance stands to benefit from the variety of systems that collectively create a more resilient defensive network. In practice, the mix of US and European systems may provide NATO with greater operational flexibility, ensuring that no single system becomes a point of failure in defending against increasingly complex aerial threats. Ultimately, Denmark's selection of the Franco-Italian SAMP/T system is both a military modernization milestone and a political statement. Militarily, it equips Copenhagen with a cutting-edge capability tailored to counter the types of threats demonstrated in Ukraine, providing broad area protection for cities, infrastructure, and deployed forces. Politically, it reaffirms Denmark's commitment to NATO while simultaneously strengthening Europe's defense industrial autonomy. For the United States, the loss of the contract is a reminder that European allies are increasingly willing to prioritize regional solutions. For Europe, it represents another step toward building a collective capacity to defend its skies. In a world where aerial threats are multiplying and the security environment is rapidly evolving, Denmark has made a choice that reflects both immediate necessity and long-term strategic vision.